Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood number 70 MOD, or just 70 Custom, 70 Modified or 70 Custom. Custom size push plate is what it is. This is in the 605 finish, which means three things actually. It means it's made of solid brass. You can see the brass from the backside. That's number one. Number two, it means it's polished. Number three, it has a clear lacquer on it. So first, when you look at that, that looks awfully scratched. Well, it's not. This is a brand new item. That's just the peel-away protective film that's there. Okay, so that's how that will look. Spoke to a client yesterday who called and said, yeah, this is definitely scratched. It was a Rockwood kick plate, in fact. This is what would be considered probably a push plate, although you could use it as, well, we would call this probably a mop plate because of how, or a stretcher plate, depending on where you placed it. Too small to be a kick plate, but this is going to be a large push plate. Anyway, the client called and said, yeah, it's scratched. I says, well, did you peel away the film? I don't think there is any, the client said. Pretty sure there is, meaning I've never seen one sent without. They just couldn't see where it would be peeled back, and it was, you got to get in there, I suppose, with your fingernail and just pull away at it. Anyway, so this is 605 polished brass, solid brass, and it is a 4 by 24, 4 3/4 by 24 size. Okay, this is going to be 50 thousandths thick, and we know that because the part number is a 70. Anything 70 from Rockwood on their plates is going to be 50 thousandths. My caliper tells me it's .049. Okay. Now, why 4 3/4 by 24? I don't know. Frankly, I have clients that call and ask for that size, or at least did historically, so I just decided to add them to the site as 4 3/4 by 24, and people continue to purchase that size. Now, I don't know if it's some sort of a standard that may have been manufactured by someone at some point, and that size is somewhat out in, our world of buildings and doors and door hardware, but people do like to order this size. Be mindful, it's nothing other than a piece of it's a sheet of brass. This can be sheared to any size. If you needed a modification to the width or the height, it can be easily accomplished. So reach out to us if 4 3/4 by 24 isn't what you want, or in an armor plate if 36 by 34 isn't what you want. Anything can be done. Now, this is going to include screws. They certainly have plenty of screws included with this one plate. I don't know why so many are in this package. They have lots of screws included here. You'll need 8. They've just sent more than necessary. Okay, so let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at some of the supporting documentation. Okay, so here's the item that we are looking at, a Rockwood number 70 custom size push plate in a 605 finish. Standard screws, polished brass. Let's first take a look at the other finishes that are available, or at least those that we have listed. 605 is polished brass. 606 is satin brass. Moving down the list, stand by. We have 609 for antique brass, 612 for satin bronze, 613 oil rub bronze, 620, that's going to be a satin nickel finish. Antique nickel is satin, is 620. 625 is polished chrome. That would be a bad idea. I would use the 629 finish, which is polished stainless. That would be a plating over that. That's known to fatigue so in a polished chrome. They'll make it, but I would urge you to order 629 finish, which is down below. 626 is satin chrome. 628 is made of aluminum in a clear anodized finish. Then we have stainless steel in a polished finish, which is the 629, and then we have 630 would be listed here as well, just brushed stainless. And then we have a 630 with a micro shield, which is meant to inhibit or retard the growth of bacteria on the surface of the hardware. So now back to the extended description that we have here. Rockwood 70 includes 6 by 5/8 oval head sheet metal screws, 4 beveled edges. That means that the edges on the kick plate, if this is a really exploded view, this dimension is the 0.05 that we mentioned. That's beveled. They really put a wipe or a chamfer on it. It would not be completely square. If it was, it would be dangerous to run your hand across it. So it will have this sort of chamfer or bevel on it. Different materials, base materials, aluminum, brass, bronze, or stainless. Custom sizes are available, as well as self-drilling screws can be ordered on a special order basis, or a security screw as well, and a self-adhesive can be ordered. All of those have increases to the cost, but they can be done. The self-adhesive, a lot of people like that because they don't have to drill any holes. It makes sense. I personally wouldn't use it because I think running a perimeter of self-adhesive tape, if I pushed in the center, I could probably get that to flex a little bit. And there would be some area, I believe that they would run it down in 3 pieces, let's say, so you wouldn't have so much of that, but you'd be able to see underneath the plate because that self-adhesive tape, that 2-sided tape, absolutely has a thickness to it. So it'd be a bit of a reveal there. Unless they went around the perimeter and then put a strip down the center, or, they're not going to completely cover the back with a self-adhesive. There is a link here to the product brochure right here. When we click on that, we can pull up the 70 series, and that's going to contain everything on this cut sheet that I've just mentioned. They have letters after the 70, and all that letter does is indicate the size of the plate. Okay, we're doing a custom version, which isn't listed here. But if you wanted a 70C, or I should say, if you wanted a 4x16, you'd order a 70 with a C at the end. Very common, as is the 70B. You can do all of this in an RC as well with a rounded corner. And then you can do a radiused end in the 70RE. In the sense that Rockwood can put those preparations on these plates. I don't believe we have the custom size, the 4 3/4 by 24 in an RC or an RE, but just simply know that it can be accommodated. Okay. Now let's see what else we have here. A listing of the finishes that are available. Now there's a link here below this video to the manufacturer's page, and when we click on that, from this page we would be able to review not only the Rockwood products we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog, which would be their core product line. Flat goods, obviously, push and pull bars, pull handles, overhead door stops they have in there as well. Some pivots, obviously a comprehensive offering of door accessories and door controls. Then they have their architectural door pull catalog here, which would be 100+ pages of variations on door pulls. So if you are looking for a pull and not sure exactly what you want, you could certainly use this link as an idea book. There's a relatively new link here called Lights and Louvers that Rockwood has put together to let us know that they offer metal vision frames and metal louvers for use in both wood and steel doors. Okay, well, let's wrap up this video on camera. Okay, in conclusion, a very nice quality piece of material from Rockwood. Not a lot to say about it. It's just a brass push plate. Why would you want one larger than standard, 4x16, 3.5, 15? Well, if you have a 9-foot tall door, 3690 doors, I think you're going to want, I think I would want the hardware to grow in proportion to the size of the door. That might be why. It might just simply be more conducive, more appropriate for the application. You may have, literally, you could have a restaurant where you have some people that are on the shorter end, some people on the taller end, and what you don't want on the door entering your kitchen from your serving area, your seating area, is you don't want hand marks over everything, so you might just go with a larger plate, a little bit wider, a little bit taller as well, for whatever the reason. Or maybe you just like a push plate that's taller than average. Doesn't really matter the reason. Just know that Rockwood can accommodate it. An exceptional quality when it comes to customer service, technical support, fit and finish, predictable, reliable, dependable shipping lead times on all pistons these people are firing over and over again. And to them I say thank you. Any questions on the Rockwood Custom 4 3/4 by 24 and a 605 finish, or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.